Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm out with my my long lost brother.
Buddy, it's been a while. It's been a while. Too long.
I met Dave about 15 years ago in Alaska. We did some trips up there. We filmed together on some different programs down here 7-8 years ago, about the time that Dave got his lodge here on the Wilson River.
Yeah.
So we're on the Wilson River today, a little bit of slice of paradise. And Dave, man, over the last 15 years, you've been doing some great things.
Been doing some stuff. We still got our lodge going in Alaska, and yeah, it's been great up there. Getting good returns of fish and having a lot of fun.
Right.
Get all 5 species up there. Still only doing about 8 people a week, so I'm small personal operation. A lot of fun just running around to all the different rivers we fish in the jet boat. That's probably half the fun, as you know, up there.
Oh man,
But this is fun too.
Yeah,
we're gonna see if we can catch one today. It's early and it's dirty and it's high, but
yeah,
we're gonna run some beads. We'll get some of those. We got some big BNR 20 mils we'll run today, and we'll see if we can't find a few steelhead out here today.
So Wilson River, we're gonna do about a 4-mile float. We're gonna do some bobber dogging with BNR beads. We've got some Procure scents, so we'll scent them up. See if we can't draw some fish in this dirty water. Dave knows this river like the back of his hand. And like I said, and one of the things that I love about Dave is that he really wants you to catch a fish, and he's really into it.
Worse than you want to catch one.
And that's so contagious. You can't find that in a lot of guides these days. Dave's living with you through the fish. So we're gonna do our best bobber dogging, a little bit of free drifting, about 4 miles in the clack. And
maybe we'll get one for the tank. We're going to take the broodstock tank today. It's a great program we have here in Oregon.
Talk to us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so the way we get our hatchery fish is I put a tank in my boat, and then if we catch a wild fish, we'll put it in the tank. We'll take it down to our acclimation pond. Fishing game comes and picks them up, then they spawn them out, then they release the native fish back in, they put a tag in it. Sometimes we'll even catch them again years later.
Oh, it's awesome.
So yeah, these fish are biters, these hatchery fish. All their parents were caught rod and reel, so they know to bite, So it's a great way to keep a sustainable fishery like that.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Put fish back in for the sport fishermen to catch.
Yeah.
That's great. So hopefully we catch some native fish that we can show you how this program works. I'm really excited, man.
Yeah, we got to do this more often. We got other fisheries too. I'm down here fishing fall chinook, and we got springers, and
we both got kids. Our lives have gotten crazy, but I mean, we can find one day a year to make sure that we do something fun like this.
That's it.
Hopefully, we'll be back at you with some action.
Guys, we're having a great day out here fishing in the Pacific Northwest for some steelhead. Today we're running beads, and we're fishing them 2 different ways. We're running them suspended, and we're running them bobber dogging when we're actually on the bottom. The suspended setup, we got a size 2 hook up to a bead that we're using as a stopper. You can use a T-stop, you can use a bobber stopper, and we're sliding that bead up, so we're just, a good 3 inches above that hook. Then I'm going up to about a 24-inch leader up to a swivel, and then we're gonna put a couple of split shots on there. I got one here, and I got another one about another 15 foot up on some P-line fluorocarbon right here. And then we're up to a sliding egg weight on a slide bobber with a bobber stop. So when we're fishing suspended like this, you've got a lot of leader. I mean, we're dealing with about 7 to 8 feet a leader. So you're gonna get down with these split shots, and it really, these kind of slow it down in that slower water. It gives it a really nice presentation. Creeps around rocks very nicely too. So we're never really gonna go too super deep on the top here. It just kind of depends on the water level you're fishing. Even if you're fishing in something that's only 3 feet deep, if you just put your stopper right down to your bobber, this stuff does not get hung up. It really, really creeps around on the bottom nicely with a great presentation. Okay, so with our bobber dogger here, similar setup. We're still got our peg bead. Okay, and we're up to a Dave Tangle free 3/4 ounce weight to a fish field large bobber. Pretty heavy here. This is going to get you down, and we'll show you that here in a second. And this slides also. So on this, we're definitely going to run much more on our main line. We're going to get a lot deeper. This is going to be on the bottom, and as this thing drags down through, your bead will just kind of be kicking around in the back. Another nice presentation, even better in the faster water. We'll show you how it looks here in just a second. Okay, so these BNRs, they have a great selection of all different sizes of beads, different colors, and there's, you know, different times that you want to use them in different colors of water. In the dirtier water, you know, I definitely like your you know, more of your colored beads, your solid beads, like this, where, you know, they're solid colors. In the clear water, your translucent beads are much better. That's what I find. That's my personal opinion. But you know, these are great if you don't have roe. If you don't want to deal with bait, you can catch just as many fish on these beads. They're great for salmon, steelhead, trout. We get them all on them. Great selection, lots of different colors and sizes. Hey guys, we're having a great day fishing out here in the Pacific Northwest. We're looking for steelhead, and we're running some 20mm beads from BNR. These are great beads. I'm running this long super leader right here, a couple of split shots, and we're gonna fish these fish suspended. So right now I know that I'm in about 8 feet of water out here. So we're running about 7 foot from our stop down to our bead. So I'm just gonna be right above them. We're gonna cast out here. And as it comes down, all that line's gonna lay down with those split shots, and it's gonna give that bead a very natural presentation. So I know at this point, if my bobber goes down, it's gonna be a fish, and I'm gonna reel down and set the hook. So as I work it back, I'm just gonna let line out. And this is a real effective way to fish too, in low water, in high water, and in soft water. So I kind of got to the end of the drift there, and I'm gonna come in. Okay. Let's do this again. Okay, so we're coming out. Give it a little time to get down. You always want to cast above where you think the fish are at. Right now, I think they're just kind of laying out here in this softer water, not out in this big stuff. It's pretty high and dirty today. As it comes by, I'm gonna open my bail and just let this thing float as natural as possible. When I get down to towards the end, I'm gonna stop it and just swing it out for just a second. Kind of lower my rod in case he grabs it, so I just can come up and stick him. And then we're coming in. Pretty effective method. It doesn't get snagged up very often. It runs fairly clean, where you're not on the bottom. So you're off of the snags, you're off of the trees, and you just kind of got to know the depth of your river and the hole that you're fishing. If you're hitting too much, then just shallow up a little bit and just get that just fishing just off the bottom, running down smooth. This is bobber dogging right here. We've got a fish field, large float to a 3/4 ounce Dave tangle free weight. Okay, so that slides about a 4 foot leader or so to a 20mm BNR bead. Water's been kind of dirty right now, so these nice big beads are great. Open your bail. Fire up in there, and you let this come down. Now our weights hit the bottom, and we're just kind of ticking on the bottom. We're using this bobber more as an indicator. And as this thing creeps down the river, that bead is just floating in there behind it. And right here, I can put a little belly in that line with that flat bobber. This will just help push this right down the river. And we can get some real nice long drifts. Okay. If it goes down, shut that bail and just reel 100 miles an hour. You got to get tight on them before you want to swing, because we have so much line out here. But this is a very effective way to fish. These beads are great. If you don't have bait or don't like dealing with it, they'll catch a lot of fish. They're great for salmon, trout, steelhead. And we'll scent these up with, a lot of the Pro Care products. They've got some great ones for steelhead too. The Winter Chrome Blend, the Krill, the Anise, those are all great. Here's some steelhead. Looks like we got one on right now. Here we go. Ooh, it's a dandy. It's a dandy. We just got into our first hole here. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh, he's gonna jump. Don't pull back when they jump, guys. You're gonna bow to the steelhead, right? All right. Fishing with my good buddy Marcus today. We haven't seen each other for a minute. We're gonna get one today. We're gonna get a couple. Here's our first one. Oh, you know what? I wonder if he bit the little bug we found on the floor. We're fishing with some beads today. I got a 20mm bead on. BNR bead. Oh, this is a nice fish. Marcus, I might need you to net this guy for me. On tight. There we go. All right, guys, this is a nice fish right here. We've just been working this run here. We're in some pretty big, dirty water right now. So we're really gonna concentrate on the backs of these holes and on the inside. And yeah, this guy was just right in the back of this hole. Real nice fish too, brand new steelhead. Let's see if we see a fin or not, if we got a hatchery fish. Oh, looks like a wild one. I think I saw a fin on there. So we did bring our broodstock tank today. We might have to put this guy in the tank. For the future of the rest of our fish, that's how we get our hatchery fish here. We have a broodstock program. Oh yeah, that's a native for sure. There's a nice big fin. Cool, guys. Well, yeah, we're gonna definitely get this guy in the tank. Nice. We'll take him. All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna get this tank set up. We get pulled over here, and we'll be back in a second. All right, guys. We got him in the box here. So yeah, we just got a little 12-volt battery in this aerator, and we'll take this guy down to our broodstock tank. Then Fish and Game will come pick him up. They'll take him back, spawn him, and then they'll release him back into the river. It's pretty cool. They track them too. They'll put a tag in them, and we've even caught these fish, the next year and whatnot. Really great program though, to have these kind of hatchery fish where we catch them rod and reel. These fish know how to bite. That's a huge thing, with their parents have it in them. They've got that gene bite. Great program. A lot of these rivers, since they've been doing these kind of programs, haven't had the closures and whatnot. Really good program, broodstock. We'll see you later. We'll drop them off in the tank.
We've been working at this for a couple of hours. Dave put one here in the tank a little bit earlier. Wild fish, and we're not sure what we got on here, but we're tight on the bank. We made a long drift. The bobber went down. We're real tight on it, and we've just been gently playing this fish over to us so far.
We got a big rapid right below us here, so we're gonna have to figure out how to get this fish in. Ooh, can you see if he's got a fin?
I can't tell yet.
Let's see, just keep your tip low and kind of push him upriver. Here, I'm gonna tell you what, Marcus, can you drop my anchor right there? Can you step on that anchor release? Step on it.
We've got a two-man crew going here, so
okay.
The captain's also the cameraman, and the cameraman's also the fisherman.
Okay, here we go. Just keep him right there.
Nice fish, nice chrome, freshy.
Whoa. Keep your tip low. Uh-oh. We might be going on a run, guys, here. Just keep him real low. Let him swim back around. There you go.
Oh, we're still filming, Davey. We're still rolling.
Let me see what we got here, guys. I think it's another wild fish. It is.
Second wild fish.
Yeah. So we'll get this one in the tank. God, we would have liked to show you guys a little more, but we're in this terrible shoot. We landed this thing right at the beginning.
Wow, what a time that was.
Nice fish.
Oh, dude.
Beauty. Just smoke that bead, man. Nice one.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, pound dog. All right, we'll get him in the tank. All right, guys, we just got down here to the broodstock tank. We're gonna drop off our two wild fish. You can see them in here. We're gonna get a net and then we'll take them over to the tank, but they're lively. Oop, there they are. All right, we'll get them in this tank and keep the resource going. We're trying to get him to calm down. We just pulled him out of the tank in the boat into our broodstock tank, and he is hot, ready to go. But I'm just gonna let him get used to this water for a half a second. He's all tangled up, but he is real upset. All right, we'll let him go in here. There you go, buddy. Yep. He's caught in the net. There. All right, there's one. That was a nice buck, and the other one's a hen, so we'll have a nice pair. It's really nice because these fish too, they're all caught rod and reel. So as we make these hatchery fish and they come back, they know to bite. It's embedded in them. So their parents, all caught rod and reel. You get biters this way.